Hello and welcome to this week's reading for all fire signs. I trust that you will use your own intuition as your primary instrument for resonance, leave behind what does not reverberate. And the first card that I have here for you today is from the Mystical Healing Oracle deck, and it's the card number 22. And it is Minimize Guilt. So guilt is a healthy indicator of understanding what is right and what is wrong. And it allows us to look at our behaviors and encourages us to do the right thing. But if we have too much guilt, it can lead to self-sabotage, self-harm, and sickness. So understanding what we have done and creating space for new possibilities of behaving and encouraging yourself to take a different path or to take a different direction, and not beating yourself up about what you have done, but acknowledging your transgressions and asking for forgiveness, whether that be from somebody else or from yourself, and building a better life or a better path for yourself forward. And this card is very red in nature. The background is red, one of the characters on there is red, so it's really in line with this fiery energy that you have, and harboring too much guilt can be very destructive in terms of volatility, irritability, stagnation, feeling trapped, those sorts of things. And when fire becomes trapped, it becomes more and more powerful. It becomes combustible in a way. And we also have the Six of Swords, the Eight of Swords reverse, the High Priestess, the Three of Swords, and Justice. Yeah, so this really ties in with this message of moving away from things that are not serving you, that baggage. You know, there was some turbulent waters there, the Six of Swords. Moving with your baggage to calmer waters in a more productive way. And you are the only one who can get you out of this feeling of entrapment or guilt, or however guilt manifests itself in your in all of your bodies, astral, physical, emotional bodies. You're the only one who can liberate yourself with the Justice card here and create something more productive and less chaotic, less bogged down. And we also have the King of Swords here as well. So it may end up clearing your conscious. You're clearing your conscious in a sense, and that's all this sword energy that you have here. Even Justice, they hold a sword, and it's the weighing of the heart and the weighing of the mind. And you know what is right and what is wrong, and you know when someone has wronged you and when you have wronged them, and what you need to do to release yourself from this feeling, or to move on, to move past that which traps you with that Eight of Swords. Taking the blindfold off, justice and self-reflection, it's not blind. You must encompass everything to be able to make the right decision, to be able to make a informed decision about where you want to travel to with that Six of Swords. Where are you traveling to with your life experiences? Where are you traveling to with the decisions that you have made and are going to make? What's on the horizon for you? And it may be painful. Minimizing guilt can be painful in its own regard, not just the guilt, but the feelings that you need to release that are also attached to it, because guilt is an accumulator. I feel it's an accumulator of other energies, of anxieties. You know, if you feel guilt, you start to feel anxious, and then you feel sad, and then you feel isolated, and then you feel angry. So it's an accumulation of these different frequencies in your body, and it can lead to heartache on many different levels. And it may not even be about what you feel guilty about. You can end up feeling victimized, and all sorts of things. And with this high priestess here, it goes very deep. So just be aware of the nature of what you are dealing with and what you need to release, and how the steps that you need to take to be able to do that. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing for my fire signs this week. And it's something that you are working on actively, or you are, I feel, in the middle of the process, and you may feel overwhelmed with the task that you have. I have the Eight of Pentacles here. You may feel that what needs to be completed is overwhelming, but what I want to say to you is that all of these small parts make up the bigger picture. All of these small elements and these small deeds that you do, and these small can't think of the word, contributions, these small contributions that you make to releasing, minimizing, patching the astral matrix, they all have a place in the mosaic of your story, and they all have a place in the mosaic of the cosmos. So don't feel, it may feel like it's a big task, but every small thing that you do, every small step that you take forward in those waters, in those intuitive waters of what you know to be right, the Eight of Swords, every push forward through those turbulent waters that you make is leading you towards justice, equilibrium. Is leading you towards that harmony, and the ability to then tap into other aspects of your life, your potential with that high priestess there. I just see that as like once you clear this and minimize the effects of the guilt or whatever it is that you're feeling. I'm just saying guilt because I'm just going back to this original card. It could be anything. Once you minimize the effects that you have from this, whatever it is that's holding you captive, you are then able to tap into those intuitive, dreamlike, behind the veil, those sorts of motifs. You are able to then tap into that other place, because right now you're being obstructed. Being able to access those areas are obstructed by this nagging feeling, or this stagnation, this inability to reconcile and alchemize these feelings that you have. It's just kind of putting a blockade up in front of you being able to access things that are productive for spiritual growth. That's what I'm seeing here. And I also have the Nine of Wands here, and it's, yeah, you feel there's a lot to carry, and you're just kind of resting. It feels like you're resting in between each task, which is completely fine. Don't feel that you're taking too long. That's another thing that I want to say, like, to chip away at little bits of the mosaic every day. You know, it doesn't matter how long it takes you, because you will get to the end. You will get to the end, and when you get to the end, within that cycle of getting to the end, you are starting smaller cycles and getting in line with who you are and who you should be and where you should be on these smaller cycles within the bigger cycle of release. So that is what I'm seeing for my fire signs this week. I hope that you are well. Thank you for listening. Bye.